gosh. Honey, I'm on here live, just so you know.
Where would it be?
I think it's in that big gray bag. Can we just get the other ones? I have no clue. I'm trying to find my keys. Here's the problem with these cars that you don't have to put the key in and crank. Oh, you found them. I hear them. When you're on the road all the time, like I just throw my keys somewhere. I don't know. It's very disorienting. I've never lost my keys before, but I feel like I'm like putting them in weird places now. Any of you guys that have the push start cars? So I decided to go out to breakfast with my husband instead of go to Weight Watchers. So I'm not doing Weight Watchers anyway, so whatever. And I really, hi Tamsin, and I really just am not in weigh-in mode right now. I did get on my scale this morning just so I could give you guys sort of a report, and I'm down a couple more pounds. So I'm down 2 pounds for this last week. The previous week I was down, what was I down last week?
3 pounds. I don't know.
No.
5 pounds, 6 pounds. I don't know.
I think I'm down 8 total right now in the last couple weeks. The first week I think I was just getting rid of some water weight. Ooh. But I'm not any lower than I was before. So Myrna is down 1 pound today. Good job, Myrna. Sorry. My car turned on and he's like, turn your Bluetooth off. Hold on. Tooth? My Bluetooth?
Yeah.
It's a Bluetooth with an F?
Yeah.
Can you guys still see me? Say hi if you can still see me. Sorry about that. We turned the car on. So anyway, I'm down 2 pounds from last week on my scale. I had weighed myself before Lent, and then I guess I got on my scale at some point last week. Doesn't matter. I'm at 251.8. So I'm still up from my all-time low, but I'm definitely going down. I was pretty high coming back from the cruise and all that good stuff. So that's not doing Weight Watchers. I'm not claiming that that's on Weight Watchers. That's me focusing on whole foods and healthy fats and drinking a lot of water. Hi, Rachel and Angela. Thanks, guys. Thanks for saying hi. Hi, Terry. Yeah, so I think at Weight Watchers, you have to weigh in through them once a month. And my contract with them doesn't terminate until May. So say hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
So this morning my husband was like, do you want to go out to breakfast? We don't ever go out to breakfast. And we're not seeing very much of each other, are we?
It's a busy time of year.
Yeah, so we're kind of like 2 ships passing in the night or something. What is that? I've got like a red dot on my face. So I thought I would take the opportunity to go out with this handsome gentleman who I love and spend some time with him. We have very compressed moments in time together, and we had, so usually Friday nights are our date night. I don't know how you guys are about this, but we try to keep things sort of, you know, in a healthy rhythm in terms of our relationship. So Friday nights are sacred, but then he had church yesterday. He had church last night. So it's still sacred.
Really?
I'm not saying, no, it's good. I'm glad you did church. Did that come across as snarky? I was trying to be snarky. I got home at 6:45 last night, and he was at church, and he didn't get home from church until 8:30. And he walked to the door, and I said, do you want to watch Mary Poppins? And he said, not even a little bit. That's what he said. So we ended up watching, what did we watch last night? I don't know, half of a movie. I can't even remember what it was about. And then we went to bed. So when he woke up this morning, he said, honey, let's go have breakfast. And I just can't refuse him if he's going to take me out to breakfast. We're going to go to this breakfast place that he found. He did like a men's group thing. There he is. He did like a men's group thing over there, and he said the breakfasts were really good. So we're going to go do that. So I was at 251.8 0.8 on my scale this morning. What I was trying to say before is I weighed myself before Lent after M&M Gate, and when I got on the scale it said 259, and so I had been up to 259 when I got back from the cruise. I had gone down, and then I was doing WW, trying to get back, you know, in that mindset, and really having a hard time with like the free foods, and then eating a lot of stuff that I could count points for. Like I would eat a lot of free foods, then I would eat a lot of pointed stuff, and wasn't losing and was getting very frustrated. So anyway, I got back into my sugar routine, which is not healthy for me. So the last couple of weeks I have been working on, you know, no sugar basically, which feels amazing. Like I feel amazing without sugar. The first few days were terrible. I had headaches without like a lot of sugars and carby stuff and whatever. And so I had headaches, and I just felt so tired and yucky and hard to concentrate. And then all of a sudden I got this like burst of energy like day 4 or 5 and feel really, really, really good. So there's something to be said for that. My rosacea had come back out too. And you guys know I get rosacea if I, you know, eat a lot of inflammatory stuff. So I've been focusing on a lot of stuff from the Whole30 list. I am not eating any kind of fat-free processed stuff. That was sort of the big thing. And I don't know who said this to me. Honestly, this was like a light bulb comment, and whoever you were, thank you for saying this. This was probably 3 or 4 weeks ago. Somebody was researching WW, and they wrote in my comments, I'm looking into WW, but it looks like you eat a lot of processed food. Okay, and I got really defensive. Like, I honestly got really defensive and had to sort of check myself, because it was said in a very nice, positive way. It was somebody that was looking into Weight Watchers. And I was like, I don't eat a lot of processed food. And then I went back through a couple days of what I was eating. And I was eating all of these Built bars. And I'm not coming against the Built bars because they're delicious. I'm not eating them anymore, you guys. I was like having a couple of those a day. I was eating a lot of processed like breads and cheeses, like the fat-free cheeses and the fat-free mayonnaise and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh my goodness, she's totally right. When did I transition over from like Whole Foods and having such a well-rounded, you know, diet to eating all of the, you know, Weight Watcher snacks and pop chips and bread and all, you know, just all this stuff that really gets me going. The more I eat of that stuff, the more I want. Woo. Sorry, we're jiggling. He's a wild driver. So, and I'm not saying anything about anyone else's eating. I'm talking about checking my own eating. And I went back and I watched some of my early WW videos. And if you go back and look at what I ate in a day, I was eating a lot of big salads and a lot of just good stuff. And I was really limiting the fruit. I was not having tons and tons of grapes and tons of bananas. And I got to the point this last few months where I was eating bags of, you know, grapes and things. And I couldn't figure out why I was still hungry and why, I don't know, my insulin was probably just going. So that's what I have been doing. I've been drinking one of those huge waters every day. I know I probably should be drinking more water than that, but that's about all I can handle because I just don't really like water. I like coffee. I like coffee and I like Zevia. And I like all the good, yummy things to drink. So I'm trying not to drink any calories, but you know how that goes. Ooh. Sorry, we're bouncing around. Meanwhile, my husband's eating all the carbs for me. But he weighed in this morning. And you have lost how many pounds?
Lost 5 pounds in 2 weeks.
He's lost 5 pounds. Now he's a very thin person, right? Very thin and trim.
No, not anymore.
But he doesn't like what?
Dieting?
No, he doesn't like dieting. He's so funny. He feels like he's getting a little, you know, chunky around the middle.
Oh, I got a gut.
He just said, oh, I've got a gut. So as men get older, you know, they get, you know, a little padding around the middle. So my husband is usually very trim. In fact, when I met you, how much did you weigh in college?
125 pounds, maybe.
So you weighed 125.
130
maybe 130 in college. So he's up in the 160s somewhere.
160.
And I think right before Lent, he had hit 170, right? Like 170. And that's not, he's not comfortable at 170. And so he's down 5 pounds. We both got on the scale this morning together. So
Lent is not a diet.
Lent is not a diet. That's right. Lent is not a diet. And he's not dieting, but
Just eat a lot less.
you do eat a lot less. And he has long fasting periods that I'm doing fasting periods as well, but not as many as he is. He'll, you know, fast all day, right? Fast all day until sundown, and
Sometimes.
just, you know, lots of fasting for him, and then very simple foods, simplifying foods. We don't really go out to eat as much during Lent. We're making an exception this morning because we haven't seen each other. So I've been cooking a lot at home, you guys. Cooking. And just, I'll cook something little and then I'll just eat something simple with it, like doing a lot of vegetables and that sort of thing. I don't know why I'm telling you all this, but that's where I'm at. That's what the deal is. So today we're going out for breakfast, and then we have to run some errands, and then I am having a women's group meeting over at the church at 3 o'clock. I'm teaching a bunch of women how to crochet, to start crocheting. So I've made little booklets of that. So I've got to go over to Walmart and pick up just some extra little inexpensive crochet hooks and yarn in case somebody comes and doesn't have those things. And then we have Vespers tonight, which is our church service, and church tomorrow. So this morning I've got to run around and get a bunch of errands completed. What are you doing today?
I'm going to change my son's brake pads.
I thought you already did that.
The front. We got to do the back now.
You've got to do the back brake pads. Asher came over a couple days ago and they went in the garage and he was teaching him how to do brake pads. So he does all of our own stuff like that. My husband does a lot of stuff, but then there's a lot of stuff, car stuff, that you take the car in for, right?
Yeah.
There's just some things that you just can't.
I'm not a mechanic.
He's not a mechanic, but he is very handy. So Tamsin said Lent is definitely not a diet. That's right, it's not a diet. What is Lent? Let's explain what you think Lent is for everybody.
It's a transfiguration of your attitude and relationship to food. You know?
Yeah. Changing your attitude and relationship to food.
Yeah. Denying yourself specifically so that you can gain some mastery over the food as opposed to being mastered by food.
Yeah. So deep thoughts this morning. Gaining mastery over the food so the food doesn't master you. So I think that's a good thought for today. Don't let the food master you. You master the food. Don't let the food master you. Of course, that, you know, for us, we have to ask for a lot of help from God for that. Right, honey?
Yeah, well,
that's the whole point, is the prayer,
yeah.
The prayer piece of it. But anyway, that's who we are as people. All right, we are at the, what's this place called?
The original pancake house.
The Pancake House.
The original.
The original Pancake House. Here, I'll turn you around and show you. We're driving up. The Pancake House. See, it's really overcast, you guys. I don't know what this Swan's place is. Some sort of furniture store. Sorry, this is going to get boring for a second, but I am going to show you the Pancake House. There it is. My husband's been here with the men's group, so we're going to go in here and I'm going to get something. I don't even know. I don't know what they have.
Eggs, bacon.
We don't know what we're gonna have. So you're gonna get pancakes, aren't you? So we're gonna go have carbs, he said. We're gonna go have breakfast. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for listening to this sort of disjointed, whatever this was. What was this?
Good morning.
It was a good morning. Thanks for listening to this good morning with us. I hope you guys are having a good morning. There's a little Jesus for you. Man, the sky is beautiful. I'll show you the sky. Look how pretty. My husband is a hoot. I love him. He's the bestest. All right. Stay in orbit, everybody.